everybody, welcome back to my channel, or hello if you are new here. My name is Erin. I am a 27-year-old living in Brooklyn who loves Disney and sharing about my life in New York City and all of that good stuff, but today it is definitely a Disney-centered video. It's a video that I've been meaning to film for 2 months now because it is all of the pin trading and pins that we got on our March trip to Disney World. So it is currently June 5th and we went on our trip at the end of March, like literally like the 29th, 30th, all of that. So it's been about 2 months, which is not too bad, but I definitely wanted to film this a lot more recently after we got back, but it's fine. Life has just been doing life. I am in my last semester of my grad program for my master's degree. Got back from our trip. School just got really busy. I'm also a teacher full-time, so life has just been happening around here. But I am so excited to film this video because pin trading has been something that I've been doing literally since I was a kid, but I took a break in like that time period of like young adulthood for a really long time, and I wasn't pin trading, and I only really got into it in the past year, and I feel like now I don't know how to like things casually, so I'm going hard. But anyway, I wanted to give a recap of all of the pin trading and things that we did on our trip. So buckle in. I have no idea how long this video is going to be. I am going to show you every pin that we purchased, traded. I mean, those are really the only two categories: purchased and traded on our trip. And hopefully also by this point you have seen the vlogs. Again, like I said, it is June. I have not edited any of our trip vlogs. I have been super behind. So hopefully by this point you've also seen the trading that we actually did on the trip as well. And this is just kind of like a recap of things that maybe didn't make it into the vlog or things that I forgot to film, things like that. So before we get into the pins, I wanted to do a little intro into Disney pin trading, just in case people who are new to my channel or just new to Disney in general, you're not sure what I'm talking about. Basically, Disney pin trading is where you can trade pins in the Disney parks, either with cast members. They'll have like little, some of them have pin, I don't know what those are called actually, like little pin squares that they have like on their belts. Some of them have lanyards, but then they also in Walt Disney World and Disneyland have pin boards. Like sometimes they look like little Mickey ears, sometimes they look like literal like pin boards. Like we have one right back here that I'll pull down in a minute. And sometimes they're just like fun boards. Like I know Peter Pan's flight has like a shield that's like Peter Pan-esque, so that's fun too. But basically you can trade Disney pins onto these boards. They have to be authentic Disney with the Disney logo on them in order to trade. There are still, of course, fake pins on these boards. People will buy them from Amazon or wherever because they have the Disney logo. They can get traded onto the board. So I personally don't care that much. It kind of depends on the fake pin whether or not I'm like or not. But I say also, if you just like the pin, then keep it, and it doesn't matter if it's real or fake. I just personally will not put fake pins onto the boards because I don't buy pins that way. So there's that, but we also have gotten into mystery pin unboxings, openings. Again, that definitely, like I said, I haven't added the footage, so I'm not sure how much of it is, how much of our vlogs are going to be pin openings, but we did a lot of pin unboxings in our March trip. It was actually super disappointing that the new Hidden Mickeys for 2025 got released literally the week after we left. So we were opening old Hidden Mickey packs and I really wanted the new ones, but it's fine. It just means we have to go again. So yeah, that's kind of like the intro to Disney pin trading. You can trade in the parks, you can buy pins in the parks. They have mystery packs, but then they also have just like regular pins that you can buy, and they're kind of like on little cards, and I'll show you some of those too because we did also buy some pins on our trip. I also feel like this vlog is really going to be a lot of like yapping like this. I am going to be showing you pins, but it's also going to be a lot of me talking. So there's your little preface to what you're getting yourself into. But I also wanted to show kind of like, not pin accessories, but like I guess the pin accessory that I have on the trip, like where I keep our pins. I used to just keep my pins like in a little pouch that I would like have in my fanny pack, but one, I found it was hard for me to like get pins out of my bag or out of this little, like if they were already in another bag, like it was just kind of annoying. And I also felt like they were just kind of like getting all jumbled around. Like I didn't notice any damage on them, but I was also like, this is not maybe the best way to store these pins. So for Christmas, actually, I got my Pinfolio. Here it is. I have all these Mickey backs in the back, and look, I already ripped it on the trip. It's fine. But this is a Pinfolio, and this is just basically like a nice way to keep and organize and store your pins on Disney trips, or just like in general, like pins that you're not going to maybe like display like we have back here. And I really loved having this. Pinfolio has a ton of different like, and this is not sponsored, by the way. I really wish it was. So Pinfolio, if you're seeing this, let's work together. I love you, but this is not sponsored. I literally, like I said, got this as a Christmas gift because I put it on my wish list. But Pinfolio has a bunch of different types of what they call folios. They have bigger ones. They have like crossbody bag ones. They have smaller ones that you can put into like little plastic pouches, and I definitely want to get some of those. But this is their mini show, and I really liked it as like a first kind of pin organizer on our trip. Basically, it has like this little, you could wear it as a wristlet. What I ended up doing was taking this and strapping it through my fanny pack kind of strap, and then like kind of wearing it like this around the parks. And I also kind of liked it because then people would see that like, okay, I have pins. I traded with a few guests in Epcot, and they weren't like I had a few people come up and be like, oh, can I see your pins? And that was kind of nice that they were kind of out like that. And it's not super heavy either. I found like I wasn't annoyed by it, but it also definitely could fit in like a regular bag, just maybe not like the Stony Clover standard size fanny packs, which is what I wear mostly to the park. So this is what we have in terms of accessories. By no means do you need to have one of these if you want to start Disney pin trading. Like I said, I've been pin trading since I was going to the Disney parks as a kid, and I did not have this. In fact, actually, I have it over here because I need to display it. I had this lanyard. This is literally my childhood lanyard. I will not take the pins off of this lanyard. But this is what I used. Oh my gosh. I can't get them to lay straight as a kid with literally like the little princess thing on the bottom. Yeah, like I said, I will not take the pins off of this. I will not display them because this is what childhood me curated. Like this was my proudest collection when I was doing Disney pin trading things. Like, I mean, I'm pretty sure we definitely bought some of these, but I also got some of them off the boards. But I also wanted to say, if you want like a more in-depth, like all of the pins like in my collection, please let me know in a comment, because that's not what this video is going to be. Like, I can go over the pins that are on my childhood lanyard. I can go over the pins that we have back here. Today's literally just going to be about the pins that we had on our March trip, the ones that we bought and traded for, because it's already obviously a lot to get through. So, all right. So the first type of pins that I want to start with are pins that we bought, because we only bought 2 pins on this trip. I haven't bought like very many pins just kind of straight up from Disney. I am much more, I would say, a fan of the mystery packs than I am like the actual pins, but there are certain things that I will buy pins for. They're special event things that we're going to, if it's a Cinderella or a Lady pin, because from Lady and the Tramp, because I collect those. Like if it's really cute, I will buy those. Or if it's a resort that we've stayed at, because we've recently started collecting pins of the resorts that we've stayed at. So I have 2 pins that we bought on our March trip. The first one is this little Mickey. And basically this Mickey is to celebrate the 25 years of Disney pin trading, which is this year. And I just thought it was so cute. They basically made these pins in a bunch of different characters, like Minnie, Goofy, I think Stitch is one of them. I think Donald and Daisy as well. I can't remember. Maybe I'll put a picture of all of them here. But I picked Mickey. I thought that he just was, you know, he's super classic. He's super cute. And he also has, let's see if I can get it to focus, like a little Dole Whip on his little pin board. And I also have a Dole Whip pin on my pin board. So that kind of felt like a little moment. So that was the first pin that we bought. And this one was, Disney does their pricing for individual pins by colors in the park. So it was yellow. I have no idea how much that cost. I can't imagine it was more than maybe $15, $16. And then we also have our DVC discount on top of that, but I don't remember. That was this pin. The other pin that we got is because we stayed at a new resort on our March trip, which of course you've already seen at this point, but we were at Pop Century. I've never stayed there before, so we had to get the Pop Century pin. And I also just thought this is such a cute resort pin. Like, it's meant to look like the buildings. I want to say, see, this is so bad. We only stayed there once. I want to say this is in the 70s, section. I'll fact check myself here if I'm wrong, but it's the Mickey phone that was literally like an actual phone that they had during this decade, but it's like huge sized, like as big as the buildings. And I just thought that was super cute and unique, and wanted to make sure that we had a pin to commemorate our time staying at Pop Century, because we honestly had a great time and would definitely do it again. So those were the 2 pins that we bought on this trip. Okay, so the next pins that I want to show you are the pins that we actually pulled from blind bags, mystery packs that we ended up deciding to keep. Sometimes when we pulled the pins from the blind bags, we wouldn't keep them, we'd use them as traders, and so they're already gone, but some of them we have, or maybe we have them and they are still traders, but they're still like ones that we bought and had ourselves. Like we didn't pull them off a board or get them from a cast member. The first mystery pin set that we were buying a ton of, or have bought, I guess I shouldn't say a ton, I think I bought like 2 packs, but I bought 2 in the past as well, is the Sweet Dreams pack, and I'll put it here because I was looking for the Sleeping Lady pin, and spoiler alert, I still do not have it. I did not find it. If anyone has it and wants to do a trade, let me know in the comments as well, because I want it so bad. I just think it's super cute. But we did pull a few of those packs, and most of those pins we did end up using as traders, but one of the ones that we have that I decided to keep is this Marie pin. There it is. There is that little Marie pin. She is just so sweet, like on a little pillow. So we decided to keep her. I honestly might make her a trader in the future. No pins are ever super guaranteed, but I liked her enough in the moment to keep her, so she is going to go onto the board at the end of this video when I categorize and kind of put everything away. But that was the one pin, and I don't think we had any other pins from that collection. There's also 2 sections to my pin folio, so I'm zipping and unzipping. I don't think we ended up keeping any more of those pins. We literally traded away the rest of them, which is fine. That's totally fine. That's literally part of it as well. So then the other set that we ended up buying from was the Imaginative Icon set. And I know that this is in the vlog because I was super excited about it. We literally only bought 1 box, I think it was just 1 box, because all I wanted was the Jacques and Gus Gus from Cinderella in the pumpkin carriage, and that is what I pulled. So here it is. It's just so cute. I think the pin is literally adorable. I collect Cinderella pins because she's my favorite, so obviously had to have this one. I'm obsessed with it. So that was super fun. I honestly had really good luck on this trip with our mystery boxes, which probably has inflated my confidence a little bit more than it should in terms of like getting what you want when you're pulling from a mystery set. But literally I think every set, with the exception of the Sweet Dreams one, that I got the pin that I wanted when we were pulling. So that was this one. Another box, because we only had 1 box of that one. Another set that we did was the Disney dog set, because obviously, like I said, I collect Lady and the Tramp pins. I collect Lady and the Tramp because our dog is named Lady. She's actually not named after a lady from Lady and the Tramp. She's named after a Lady Whistledown from Bridgerton. We did not pick her name. It came from the shelter that we adopted her from, but we just shortened it to Lady, and so now I'm like, I need Lady pins, and I just also love Lady. So I really wanted her, and apparently she's kind of a hard pin to get in that set. Like, I don't know if there's like rarities or like how often you pull certain pins, but the Lady pin was challenging for other traders to find, so they told me when we were trading in Epcot. But again, I think I bought 1 box maybe again of that one, and I was able to pull Lady, and I just think that she is so cute. I'm obsessed. Her little ears flowing in the wind. I think she's perfect, and I can't wait to put her into my Lady section on our pin board. So that was that one. Okay, the next blind box that we did was Kingdom of Cute, and again, we only did 1 of these boxes. I'm also like, I don't need to buy 10 boxes to try to get the one that I want. Like, I don't know, maybe I'll get to that point in my pin trading journey, but for right now I'm kind of like, if it comes to me, it comes to me, and if it doesn't, I'll try and hunt for it on the boards with some or none success. But again, this one was Kingdom of Cute, and I wanted, there were like 2 different pins. Again, this was all in the vlogs as well, but I know one of the ones that I wanted was Space Mountain, and I pulled Space Mountain, and I literally cannot even, I think this is probably one of my favorites, top 3, top 5 from the trip, because are you kidding me? Like the little smile, the rosy cheeks, come on now. And Space Mountain is literally one of my favorite rides. So loved this one, and that was also, like I said, from a blind box. Okay, so the only other pins that we have from blind boxes, I think we bought these on our last day because we were just trying to get a few more traders, because if you know pin trading, you know it's an addiction, and when you run out of traders, you're like, where can I get some more? Like, I need more. And so we did the character mug set, which is a pin set of, there's 16 pins and 5 come in a bag, and this is actually, I think Peter bought that bag, and so these are technically his traders. But just to be clear, I mean, most of these pins are like shared, like that whole collection is like our shared collection, but I think these are technically his traders, but I'll show you them to you anyway. So we have this one, which I believe is Trusty. I think he's from Fox and the Hound. Let me do a little fact check. Copper. Okay, I think I did this in the vlog as well. This is Copper from Fox and the Hound. Super cute. I feel like the character mug set actually had a lot of characters that you don't often see in Disney pin sets, so that's kind of fun, but Copper is a trader, so he is not going onto the board. He will stay in here. And then we also have the Cheshire Cat mug, which is another one from that set. Again, he is also a trader because we are not collecting Cheshire Cat things. And then we have Kaa from the Jungle Book, the snake in the Jungle Book mug. Also, again, pretty cool. You don't usually see this character in pins, but he is also a trader, so not going on the board either. And then the last one that we currently have, because I think our other one was Powerline, which we ended up trading away for something else while we were there, but this one is a keeper, and this is actually why Peter bought the set, the bag, because we were hoping for this, which is why I say, like, we literally got spoiled on this trip with our mystery bag pulls. Everything that we wanted, with the exception of Sleeping Lady, we got, because this is Mr. Toad as a little character mug. I mean, look at how funny he looks. I just can't. So that is going to go onto the board, but Peter is obsessed with Mr. Toad. We went to Disneyland in Hawaii for our honeymoon, so hopefully you've also seen those vlogs, and if you haven't, make sure you go watch them, because our first time riding Mr. Toad's Wild Ride was an experience, but Peter loves Mr. Toad, so the fact that we saw him in the set, had to keep him. Okay, and I think that's it for pins that we bought directly either from a set and then decided to keep. So all we have left now are pins that we traded off of boards, pins that we traded from guests, and then pins that we traded from cast members. I'm only going to focus on one. Most of the ones that we trade from cast members, they're kind of the same as the ones that you trade on boards, but there is one that I want to focus on in particular because, like I mentioned, the hidden Mickeys for 2025, those packs came out the week after we got home from our trip, but they will give out, or at least this year, I don't, again, new to the pin, all the pin kind of lore, if you will, but they give pins to the cast members of the Hidden Disney sets to kind of like trade with guests, almost like a pre-release to when the actual bags come out. So before we went, I was seeing like, oh, they have the Disney World D's, they have castles, like Mickey ear headbands. These are all part of the now Hidden Disney 2025, the first set that they came out with this year, but I didn't really know that. I just knew they were like hidden pins that you were trying to get. So that was like one of my goals on this trip, was to see if I could get these pins. And so I went up to a cast member in Hollywood Studios, actually under the Frozen sing-along, like where the shop is over there, and there was a pin board over there, and I was like, oh, like, she was like, oh, you're looking for anything in particular? I'm like, we're looking for these hidden Mickey pins. I'm like trying to find them. I like pulled up the picture and was like showing her what we were looking for, and she was like, oh, okay. And then we like almost started to walk away, and she was like, oh, wait, do you want to answer trivia? And now, again, cast members, they can't say no to pin trades, right? But they will sometimes put like pins that they know are authentic or good, they'll put them like face down so that it's trivia, so or like something that you have to like do to try and get like a nicer pin. So I heard trivia and I'm like, okay, maybe you have the pins that we need. So we did trivia. She ended up asking us like 5 Disney villain sidekicks, I think. Yeah, I think that was the question. Easy peasy, come on now. And what she offered us was this Disney Hidden Mickey Gaston pin, which is part of the set, which at this point now has been out for like months, but at the time was, and still is, like really, really special, and just exciting that we got this earlier than the sets came out. So, and I also loved Gaston as a teen, so this also felt very special to me. Now, I am noticing though, and I'm super bummed about it, is the back of the pin, like it's a little bent. And I have no idea how that happened. And I was just checking, and the rest of the pins that were in my Pinfolio are not like that. So I don't know how that happened. So that's super sad, but that's okay. He is going to go onto the pin board. The only other pin that we got from the Hidden Disney set, and actually the only 2 pins that I currently have from that Hidden Disney set right now, the only other one we got from trading with guests in Epcot. Obviously, there is that trading spot under the Epcot ball. I have since heard that Disney has moved that area, which I guess is fine. Like, it was kind of a little crowded over there, and they've moved it to a different space. But people will come with their pins, and you can like literally, like, they'll have Pinfolios like this, and they just set them out, and you can just go and ask them, like, can I see your pins, and offer a trade. The only difference is, unlike Disney cast members, they don't have to trade with you. So I actually I forced myself to do it this trip, go and like trade with people in Epcot, and I went up to this one group of people and I was like, oh, can I see your pins? And I was like, oh, I'd really like, I forget what the pin was, but I really like this pin. And the mom was like, okay, yeah, my 9-year-old son, he makes all the decisions. So she took my Pinfolio and gave it to him, and he was like flipping through, and he's like, no, I don't like anything, and gave it back, which like is totally fine. Like, he's entitled to do that. But I was like, wow, I'm humbled right now by this experience. So anyway, I was able to make a trade with another guest under the Epcot ball for another pin from the Hidden Disney collection that I actually really wanted. I went into our trip being like, okay, if I don't get any of these pins, this is the one that I really want. And it is the Ariel 2025 Years of Pin Trading pin. Again, this is part of a whole set, so there's a bunch of different characters. I really wanted Ariel. I love my princesses, and I was just really excited to be able to make this trade with another guest who was super, super sweet. I was super happy to trade with her, and I gave her one of my Sorcerer Mickey pins that I had traded, yeah, I think I got that one off a board. And yeah, super excited. So she will also be going on the pin board. And let's see. Trying to think if we had any other pins that we traded with guests. Okay, the other pin that we traded with guests under the Epcot ball is, I decided probably midway through our trip that I wanted to complete a set. Now, I don't have any sets on my pin board. That hasn't been a goal of mine in pin trading, is to complete a set, but I decided that like I said, I really love the princesses, and so I was like, one pin that I would really like to, or one set that I would like to collect is the Disney Princess gemstones, and I'll put them here, all of them, and I already had Cinderella at home, so I was like, oh, how hard could it be? I will find the rest of the pins. And so under the Epcot ball, I was able to trade for the Snow White gem, which was super great, and I also traded for a few others actually off of boards that I will show you in a moment, but getting the Snow White pin was super fun. So Peter also did make a guest trade under the Epcot ball for this Wally pin, which is from the 2024 Hidden Mickey set. He's super cute, and Peter loves Wally, so he traded for that. And I think that was the last of our guest trades. I think everything else that I have is from cast members or from pin boards. So let's take a look at those. So I'm going to start off with the pins that I'm most excited about, and then we'll go into some of the ones that I'm maybe not as excited about, or I realized there was a few pins that we traded for that I realized a little bit later are maybe are definitely fake, and the quality is just kind of not what I'm looking for, but we can talk about that in a minute. So one of these pins I'm super excited about, I traded from a cast member. It was like on her little square thing, but it's from a set that was in Disney. I forget the name of the set. It was like a Mickey set. I'll put it here as well. But this is the Mickey Mouse Club pin. I just think it's so classic and so cute, and I'm obsessed with it. And I was wearing a fanny pack that literally has a very similar logo on it, that's like the Mickey Mouse Club, and so I felt like it was kind of a little moment. But yeah, that pin, super cute. That is going on the pin board. Another pin that we got that is also from an old Hidden Mickey set. It's from last year's. This is the Ariel ear hat. Again, I love my princesses. I was super excited when we found this. I think it's so cute, and it actually goes along with one of my other favorite finds from this trip. It was another ISO, or In Search of pin, that I had going into our trip, and it is the Cinderella ear hat because I am just obsessed with it. Like, I think this pin is gorgeous. I love the way they did it, like the little like parts of her skirt on the top. I'm obsessed with this. So this was like, I was so searching for this, and I think I found it on our second or third day, maybe our second day. And I was so pumped about that. So that was another one that I got off of a board. And then I will show you the rest of the Disney gems that I traded for. I actually have every pin in the set right now except for the Belle one. And I'm so bummed because I saw the Belle gem, but it was the day before I decided, oh yeah, like I'm gonna collect the rest of the set. So I left it on the board because I didn't know I was gonna try and finish the set at that point. So still need the Belle one, but that's fine. I'm only one pin away. Here is the Jasmine one. Got this one off of a board. The Aurora one. And the Ariel one. And like I said, I already have the Cinderella one behind me, so I will reunite all of those pins when I put them back onto the board. The other ones that we traded, I'm trying to find ones that were like from similar sets that we traded kind of like accidentally almost. So I also collect, I didn't mention this before because it's like one of my smaller collections. I also collect Rapunzel pins. She's my second favorite princess. We found this Rapunzel heeled shoe, which I thought was super cute. And then we ended up later on in the trip also finding the Cinderella one, which I also think is super cute. Love that one. I'm not sure if this one's real, but again, if I like it and it doesn't look like too bad to me, I don't really care. We're gonna keep it on the board. So there's that one. We also, another goal of mine was to get a DVC pin because I think that those are so cute, like the DVC special edition. So I did trade from a cast member this DVC pin. I think it's so cute because we are DVC members, and so I will definitely buy a DVC pin in the future, but had to get this one, thought it was super cute. Peter also wanted a DVC pin once he saw mine, so he also traded for his own. And here's that one. Super cute. And actually on those ones, I kind of love it because the back of them is also like blue, like the same color as the front. And I think that's super fun. So that's those. And then I'll talk about, I guess, one of my fails on this trip. I really wanted to collect the Skyliner set. Again, I will put a picture here because we own at the Riviera, which is obviously attached to the Skyliner. So I love the Skyliner. It's like my favorite mode of transportation, tied with the buses because I love the bus music. But I fell victim to fake pins, I think, with these ones, and that was kind of disappointing on this trip that I like really couldn't tell in the parks, or maybe it was just the adrenaline of like, I'm just gonna grab that pin, and then I looked at it later and they are definitely fake, all of them, I think. So I will show them to you, but it's just kind of a bummer that I traded real pins from like mystery sets to get these. And I'm not gonna put them back on boards. I will just hold on to them. I don't know, I will do something with them, but they are definitely not real. There's actually only one that I think could potentially be real. I don't know. If anyone feels like they're an expert at identifying these, let me know, because there's only one of them that I feel like feels and looks a little bit different than the other. So here's the first one. This is Boo. And she kind of, I think, actually I lied. There's two that I think are real. And I think that Boo is one of them because she just looks, the lines are a little bit crisper on the back of the pin. There's no border with like the little hidden Mickeys. Like, I know a few things about fake or real pins, so I think she might be real, but then let me show you the two that I know are definitely not real. This is Minnie. And on Minnie, you can just tell the lines are just garbage. Like, there's literally bubbling on the enamel from like the air pockets. Like, she is, love my Minnie girl, but this is not, she's not legit. So that was kind of a bummer. And then the other one that I traded for is Buzz, and he also has that same kind of look. The lines are just not good. He's got bubbling with the gloss over it. Yeah, and then the back of the pin is also just kind of eh. The only other one that I traded for in the set was Mickey. And I do think that Mickey is real. He looks pretty real. I don't know. And here is Mickey. So the Mickey and the Boo pins are the only two that I feel like look pretty legit in terms of the other one. So I'll definitely be displaying those two. I have an Anna one already, but the other two I'm just like not feeling it. They're not giving what I need them to give. So there's that. And then we also traded this Disneyland pin off of a board, which was super exciting because like I said, we did our honeymoon in Disneyland, and the only pin that I bought in Disneyland, like for Disneyland, was for the hotel because that's where we stayed. And I'm like kicking myself because I don't know what I was thinking. I didn't buy a castle pin. I didn't buy anything. I don't know what I was thinking. So I was really glad to see this on the boards because I just think it's really cute, very classic Disney. And then Peter found this Wally character, and I know that he has a name and I totally forget it. And I think he's also maybe a chaser because he has a diamond in the back. But this is a character from Wally that he traded for, who's also super cute. I think we found this one on a board as well. And then I traded for, off of a cast member, I think this is Shelly May from Duffy and Friends. I just thought she was super cute and super pastel and like going with my little girly pin vibes. Love her. And then this one's actually kind of funny because Peter saw this on a board and he was like, oh, I just want it because I just think it's really cute and I want my own. And let me see if I can find the other one. Yeah. This is a fake of the lady pin that we got from the Disney dog set. So for comparison of real versus fake, here's the real one. And here's the fake one. Let's see if I can. So you can already see the size is so much different. The lines on the, I'm just gonna keep dropping these pins. The lines on this one are so much different. They just look a little bit less clean cut, but this is a case in which Peter literally wanted one to match so that he could have his own. So we have a real and a fake version of that lady pin. And then, because there's still more, we have a few more pins on my side, and then I'll show you some more that Peter had. I also collect Sorcerer Mickey pins. I love a good classic Mickey moment, so I traded for this one off of a board. I don't think that it's real, but I think it's really cute, so I will be keeping it. And then I have this Bippity Boppity Boo pin, which is related to my Cinderella collection. Love that, super cute. And the last one that I traded for, oh no wait, actually there's two more, I'm lying to you, is this Autopia pin. We traded for it on our first day when we were staying at the boardwalk because we loved Autopia in Disneyland and had a really fun time riding the ride. So I just thought I'd grab this one too for the memories. And then now the last two that were my pins before I kind of show you a little bit more of Peter's pins were this one I got off of a board and I thought this was a steal. I think this pin is gorgeous. It also is one of my favorites from the trip. It is this Cinderella pin. I just think she's stunning. And I think she's also part of a princess set. I don't know if it was a mystery set, but gorgeous. Love that. And then the last one from me is another princess pin. It is a Rapunzel little Russian doll, the ones that like open up and you can put them inside. They also make this for a bunch of the different princesses, and I wanted the Cinderella one, but I didn't see it on any of the boards, so I have this Rapunzel one, which I also think is super cute. And then last but not least, we'll do Peter's pins. So Peter is collecting right now it looks like Wally because he's got 3 pins. He's collecting Peter Pan pins, and maybe that's it for right now. He's very early into his pin trading journey. This is his first trip that he's actually done any pin trading, so that's what he's kind of been looking for. But he did trade for this baseball pin because Peter loves baseball. He's a massive Yankees fan, so that one was just super cute. He also traded for these two, ooh, if I can get them out of my pinfolio, these 2 hats, which I thought were super cute. I'll show them one at a time. So this is the Peter Pan hat, And then also this Captain Hook hat, super cute. And then on that same note of Peter Pan, he has this Tinkerbell pin, cute. And the last two that we traded for, or that Peter traded for, one of them was an Eve. He got this off of a board as well. And the very last pin that we traded on this trip, and then, oh wait, I lied again. It's not the last pin. All right, hold on. The second to last pin is, like I said, I told you guys at the beginning of this video was gonna be chaotic. It's my first time trying to do a pin video. I don't know what I'm doing. Is this White Rabbit pin, who was also from a Hidden Mickey set. Super cute. Okay, so the very last pin that I have to show you guys was literally like one of these moments where like my life was made. Was it 2 years ago? It was my family vacation trip that we took in July. So if you go back to my vlog series, it's the last family vacation trip that we went on. I traded for 1/2 of a Mickey heart hand on our last day, like literally as we were walking out of the park. And ever since that moment, I'm like, I need to find the other half. Like I need to have a little Mickey heart hand moment. It's been I've been obsessive about it. Like I would look on boards and be like, where is it? Like hunting it down. I at one point found a Minnie Mouse version of the hand and I was like, oh, that might be cute. But in my heart of hearts, like I knew I needed it to be Mickey Mouse. And so in Epcot, where it all started, I found the missing Mickey hand to my Mickey heart. And it's going to be so like full circle for me to put these together on my pin board. I'm so excited. So let me show you what we're working with, and then I will put these on our pin board to kind of get them all organized and situated. So here's the pin situation at the moment. There's literally so many, but we're gonna try and get these onto the pin board. Let's see how we do. As good as we get. I am full with pins on my pin board, and I still have extras that are sitting over here because I just do not have the room for them right now. So I'm gonna need another pin board, but this is as good as we're gonna get. I used to have sections on this pin board. These are my sections that I used to have. They're kind of loose now, but I have my Cinderella section still up here, a little bit of my Rapunzel stuff over here, my resorts and things are down here, my Disney dogs and my very small Figment section are down here. I love Figment. My Mickey over here. And then it's really just chaos in the middle right now. But the part that is making me most happy is my heart hands are together and united. So there are definitely a ton of pins that, like I said, are not on this board. And I'm going to have to figure out where I'm storing them for right now, but I do have a little extra surprise at the end of this video, so don't go just yet. There is one more thing that we need to do. Okay, for the end of this video, I am super excited because I actually have a pin event that I am going to in 2 days. It is local. We're going out to Long Island. Actually, Peter's family is out there, and there is a Disney pin event happening out on Long Island that we are going to go to, and we haven't been since March, and honestly, I traded away a lot of our really good traders to some of those Skyliner pins that I didn't want. So I was like, oh, I need to get some traders. I stopped by the Disney store in Times Square and I literally cannot even contain myself right now. I have mystery pins and I am so excited because these are new sets, and so I feel like also at a pin event it's good to have some good traders, and these are new-ish. They literally, like, these are straight from the parks, and I just can't wait to open them. So I have 2 sets to open. I have the Disney Toys in a Box set, and then also the Disney character trash bins, which I think is so fun. But the Toys in a Box are a set of 8, and there are 2 per box, and I did grab 2 boxes, so hoping that we end up with at least half the set. In terms of this set, I am hoping for Figment, because I collect Figment, and we're hoping for Mr. Toad for Peter, obviously. So let's start with this one. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I have not opened pins in forever. Okay, and I don't feel them because that's cheating. They're in the bags. All right, you guys first. Oh, it's Marie. She's so cute though. I don't collect Marie. I have that one Marie pin, but oh my gosh, she's so cute. This is my problem with Disney pins. I'm like, oh, she's so cute, I should keep her. This is gonna be a trader for the pin event. Okay, second one. It's Figment! And this is what I'm talking about when I say that my mystery box pulls they're too good. They're just too good. I am so excited. Oh my god, he's so cute. Okay, so I don't know where I'm gonna put him on the pin board. I'm gonna have to make room. I'm so excited. Okay, so that's 1 box done. Let's do the second box. Again, we're still hoping for Mr. Toad and then a trader. Pulled Figment.
That's the one you wanted.
I know. Said it's really ruining my perception of mystery boxes because I just get all the ones that I want all the time. Okay. Oh, I just looked at it.
What is it?
It's really fighting with me to get out of the bag. I think it's another Marie. If that means that we have the same bag twice though, it really does not want to come out of this bag. Okay. Okay, I saw it while I was opening it because it was fighting with me, but it's another Marie. Okay, so I'm hoping it's not the exact same bag, or box I should say, but let's see. Second and last pin of this set. Didn't see it. Ah, it's Stitch. Who's still cute? Ah, and his pin is bent too. What is with these backs bent? So cute. But he's a trader too. All right, that is the Toys in a Box set done. So now all we have left is the character trash bins. The options are, I'll show you. Here are the options. There's a lot. We can get Minnie, I don't know if I can read them like that. Minnie, Donald, Pluto, Mickey, Cheshire Cat, Snow White, Goofy, Stitch, Dopey, Tigger, one of the Dalmatians, Figment. Who is that? I have no idea who one of those pins are, so if we get them, I don't know. R2-D2, Belle, and Dumbo. Surprisingly, there is Figment in the set, but I do not really want any of the pins in the set. I purely got this for traders because I know other people really want it and I want other things. So let's open them up. I don't know if these are individually wrapped or if they're just in there. They're just in there. Okay. This one, they all have 2 bags? Okay, here's the first one. Oh, upside down. It is Donald. Cute. These are pretty big pins. Yeah, they all have 2 backs on them. So these are big boys. And they all also have the diamond on the back, which I think Disney is using now to authenticate their pins. I don't know, did the plushes? Oh yeah, okay, these have diamonds too. All right, that was pin number 1. There were 5 pins in this bag. So let's do pin number 2. Is that Stitch or Eeyore? I think it's Stitch. I think so. Stitch. I think if it was Eeyore, it'd be different. Stitch. Cute. That's 2. This one kind of feels lackluster because there's not one that I'm like hoping for. Oh, fun. Okay, R2-D2. He's cool. Like, that's a cool trash bin. They should bring that to Galaxy's Edge. Like, I would love to see that. This one I feel like is going to be good traders because I'm not into Star Wars, but I know other people most definitely are. So, love that. 2 more. Pluto. Cute. Okay. Last one. Oh, Minnie. Okay, not bad. I feel like there might have been other ones that would have been better to trade, but I'm not going to complain because, like I said, I wasn't hoping for any ones in that set. I was just happy to open pins. So that will do it for this video, and I already know this video is going to be long. So thank you for sticking with me to the end if you did. If you did make it all the way to the end, please leave me a comment and let me know what you trade, or no, not trade, what pins you collect below. If it's, like for me, it's Cinderella, Figment, all that stuff. What kind of characters or movies or interests or whatever are you collecting? And of course, let me know if there's anything you want to trade for. Maybe I'll still have it. Maybe after this pin event, I won't. I don't know. But thank you so much for watching. I hope that you were entertained by this chaos, and I will see you guys in the next one. Love you. Bye.